20-pound junior will tip off against Alex Dargenton. Aggies with the ball will be moving from right to left across your radio dial as the Delta Devils control the tip right out of the gate. Nahirny crossing the timeline, swearing it over to Anna Quentz. And a foul already for this Utah State basketball team.
I think this is a shot clock issue again for the second game in a row. We need to get this figured out.
Yeah, already down to 13 seconds. Look down to check my clock or my scorecard, and already we got a foul. But instead, we got ourselves a shot clock. Much better issue to deal with.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely don't want to start out, every game with a foul on the first possession.
Yeah, I looked over at Kobe. Kobe's got his hands in the air. I'm like, no, please, not Kobe again.
Yeah, right on.
All right, Nahirny waiting for the inbounds with 22 seconds left on the play clock. And here we go. Again, Mississippi Valley State wearing green and red with the ball up top, just outside the three-point line, right side extended. Nahirny posting up, down low, base shot up and missed, and an offensive rebound up, missed once again as EJ couldn't get it to fall. But there finally is Dante Scott to lay it up and in, and Mississippi Valley State with an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, we don't want to give up shots that are, had 3 shots right there off offensive rebounds.
Kobe McEwen, right wing, extended on that right side. Swings it back to Sam Merrill on the left. Cross court to Isby. Three-point shot from the baseline. Off the front iron, no good. And Scott's there for the rebound for Mississippi Valley State. Quickly to Nahirny. Left wing, into the baseline, into the key. Ball off the rim, goes out of bounds, and will stay with Mississippi Valley State. Isby was there fighting for a rebound, has the ball go off his hand.
So there's a start out giving up 3 offensive rebounds, and that we should have probably mentioned that a little more in our pregame.
Yep. Nate Nahirny will inbound underneath his own basket, looking over to Davis. Back up to EJ. Swings it over on the left wing, just outside the three-point line. Shot is up from the three-point line and missed by Mississippi Valley State. And the Aggies quickly over the timeline. Over to Kobe McEwen. Just outside the three-point line, left side extended to Sam Merrill. Back to McEwen, who now works to the right side. Sam Merrill straight away. Tries to post up, down low to Dargenton, can't get it to him, but a foul will go against Mississippi Valley State as Anna Quentz got a hand in the cookie jar.
So Mississippi Valley State there came out in a little 1-2-2 zone, in transition, made it a little tougher for us to get the ball inside.
Utah State will inbound baseline all the way down to Isby, who will get it just inside the timeline. Hands it over to Kobe McEwen, back to Sam Merrill, right side extended, outside the three-point line. Works it around the horn to Isby on the left side, posting up Davis. Davis on the low blocks, left side, shot up, missed. And here comes Dante Scott on the rebound, quickly going the other way. Mississippi Valley State wanting to run. Scott into the lane, shot off the glass, missed. And will go out of bounds off of number 10, Emmanuel Ije. So Utah State avoids the transition bucket and will hold on to the ball. Mississippi Valley State leading 2-0 early in this game with 18-18 left to go here in the first half.
So interesting, Mississippi Valley State comes out in kind of a changing defense. They went back to man-to-man on the last possession. So, again, it's a question. They're back in zone now.
Merrill to McEwen, swings it back over to Isby. Down low to Dargenton, who kicks it up top, center, three-point shot outside the three-point line, but Dargenton's there for the rebound off of the Kobe McEwen miss, lays it up and in, good box out, and Utah State ties this game up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, after the made basket, Aggies come out in a little 1-2-2 press, trying to keep the tempo of the game up. Mississippi Valley's trying to slow it down. The Aggies are trying to speed it up.
Nahirny to Davis. Davis right wing extended outside the three-point line. Swings it back over to Scott. Dante Scott trying to post up down low. Has his man. That's Anna Quentz. Kicks it back up top to Scott on the right wing. Ball is stolen away by Sam Merrill as he tried to get into the paint. Merrill with the steal, crossing the timeline. Over to Isby. Isby wants to drive. Then swings it over to Davis, who goes baseline. Left side, back to Isby. And Utah State to McEwen. Cross-court pass down to Dargenton. Isby, left wing, three-point shot, missed. And it'll be Mississippi Valley State with a rebound. With Dante Scott wraps it up. Hands it over to Nahirny. Nahirny into the lane. Tries to go coast to coast. Can't get it. Shot missed on the offensive rebound. Utah State with transition 2-on-1. And Davis goes coast to coast and throws down the hammer. Nearly stolen away by Sam Merrill as Mississippi Valley State gets Utah State napping. And quickly with the transition bucket goes the other way. 4-4 our score. 16:50 left to go. Davis with the lay-in for the Delta Devils.
Yeah, hard to take a breath right there. They're running on maids, which means we're going to have to sprint back, transition defense.
Sargent into McEwen, over left wing. Isby for three, won't go. Mississippi Valley State with the rebound. Devils not allowing a lot of offensive rebounds early in this game. Davis back to Nahirny. Nahirny right inside the timeline. Picked up by Kobe McEwen. Barks out some signals, gets a screen, goes into the lane, kicks it back up top to Anna Quenz. Quenz back to Scott. Dante Scott on the left wing. Hands up top to Davis. Davis picked up by Merrill. Tries to drive. Swings it back to Scott. Left wing three. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by the Delta Devils into the lane. Kicked it back out to Nahirny. And Nahirny inside the timeline will reset things with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Anna Quenz holds onto the ball, then dishes over to EJ. Back to Scott. Shot from the free throw line is up and good, and the Devils take that 2-point lead back 6-4.
The offensive rebound absolutely kill you. That is just a missed block out by Brown. He needs to work harder in getting his man away from the basket.
Brown in the low blocks. Left-hand scoop shot up and good.
Well, it's a good time to answer back, that's for sure.
There you go.
Furious pace.
Nice post up. Was able to get that left-hand shot up and good. And with 15:33 left to go, we're all square at 6 apiece. Utah State and Mississippi Valley State 6-6 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. He's moving right to left across your radio dial. Gets a screen from Henson. Gets into the lane. Hoists up a circus shot, but it will not go, and it goes against Utah State.
Yeah, that looked like a Euro step to me. I'm not sure what they had there, but call a travel.
Yep.
Here's a point in Kobe's game that he needs to improve on. So we have a little lax on defense, then we get a call that we maybe don't agree with. Good time to bear down. Get a steal and go lay it up.
Into the game, this is one of the players that we looked at, Tyreek Eckwood into the game, and Jordan Evans into the game. And I got to imagine there was probably something where we're going to sit you guys out for the first few minutes of this game. 13:50 left to go. Utah State trailing Mississippi Valley State 9-7. Surprisingly low-scoring game early in this one. Also, Lorenzo Hunt checks into the game at number 12. Back over to Evans. Evans wants to drive, kicks it back over to Hunt. Hunt on the baseline drive, puts it up and in, and the lead is now 4 for Mississippi Valley State, 11-7, with 13:27 left to go here in the first half. Sam Merrill over to Brock Miller, who drives left baseline. Down low to Quinn Taylor. Can't get it to fall on the layup, but he's fouled. It'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
So Mississippi Valley State came out after 2-2-1 press. We're able to break it and get the exact shot we want. Unfortunately, we missed the easy bunny for the and one.
Quinn Taylor steps to the free throw line. He'll have a chance to cut this lead in half as the Delta Devils lead at Utah State 11-7. Missed the first one. He'll have one more.
Yeah, so the Aggies have gone back-to-back zone defense possessions. Let's see if they put the three-quarter press in and then back to the zone defense.
Quinn Taylor lines up the second one, misses that one. And here comes the Delta Devils quickly back on the rebound. Over to Evans, left wing, swings it back to Eckwood. Eckwood picked up by Taylor. Back over to Evans for 3, won't go, and another offensive rebound as Eckwood rips it down, then loses the handle, finally regains possession, and Mississippi Valley State quickly back in to reset things, and a foul away from the bucket. That's going to go against Deron Henson.
Well, we'll be zone here because we zone on all out of bounds, but they're getting the shots they want and leading to offensive rebounds, so it'll be interesting to see how long Coach Duryea stays in that zone.
Delta Devils inbound underneath their own basket, swing it back up top to Evans. Evans back over to Hunt. Hunt on the left wing, and Eckwood with the ball up top, center circle extended. Mississippi Valley State patient offensively. Finally a drive into the lane. Hunt off the glass, gets it to fall, and it's a 6-point lead. 13-7, Mississippi Valley State trying to pull the upset over the Aggies. Lead by 6 with 12:35 left to go in the first half. McEwen wanting to drive on the left side, gets bumped and a foul, and Utah State will pick up an extra 30 seconds on the shot clock. Will inbound underneath their sideline.
So Mississippi Valley State again showing a little press back to zone. Kobe did a fine job of penetrating and got the call he wanted. We need to not settle for the three-point shot. We need to make sure that we're getting the ball into the paint area and then kicking it out for a 3.
All right. Play the shot clock at 22 seconds, 12:28 left to go here in the first half. Sam Merrill looking for a screen from Taylor, gets it, and then finally goes cross court over to Abel Porter into the game. Miller back to Merrill. Merrill cross-court pass nearly stolen away, but Porter's going to crank the three and bury the three from the left wing.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep on Abel Porter. I know he tries to run the offense a lot, but he can definitely shoot it.
Eckwood crossing the timeline over to Jordan Evans on the left wing outside the three-point line, looking to drive once again over to Hunt. Hunt back over on the right side, now to Eckwood. Eckwood cross-court to Evans, shoots the three, buries the three, even drew a little bit of contact, but no foul from that left side outside the three-point line, and Mississippi Valley State pushes that lead back to 6, 16-10 with 11:40 and counting. Sam Merrill crossing the timeline, cross-court to Miller. He'll shoot the three and can't get it to fall, but Utah State and Henson's there for the offensive board. Quickly back up, won't fall, but he gets fouled, and Henson will go to the free throw line.
And I think he's looking for his first points in the regular season. So good offensive rebound, not terrible offense there.
11:33 left to go here in the first half. Mississippi Valley State leading Utah State 16-10 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Valley State leading Utah State with 11:33 left to go here in the first half. Scott Gerard alongside Lance Beckert and Coach. This is a team that, you talked about. They don't have a lot to lose here. They're coming out. They're feeling confident about who they are. There's not a lot of pressure on the Delta Devils in this game, and they're playing like it tonight.
No, they're free and easy. We came out, play a little zone. They're just going to go ahead and shoot it right in our mug. And then defensively, they're switching defenses, causing a little havoc. The stat that glares out the most at me is that we're 1 for 7 from 3, which is a 14%, and then 1 for 3 from the free throw line. So we're kind of just giving them away. Yep. We still have to keep playing. We need to get the ball in the paint area versus their zone.
Utah Toyota Dealers is a proud sponsor of Aggie Athletics and proud to sponsor tonight's game. All right, Henson's going to go to the free throw line. Usually when a team's kind of stuck in mud, Coach, you need one or two guys to kind of just pull you out of it. It doesn't need to be a superstar, but a guy just to give you a little bit of energy, and maybe Henson's going to be that guy, especially after that offensive rebound.
Yeah, he's long enough and bouncy enough to get some of those boards. I'd like to see us break their press and lay it up a couple times so that they get out of that. That'll make the game a little simpler.
Henson makes the first free throw, misses the second, and quickly the Delta Devils back out on offense, leading by 5, 16-11, with 11:25 left to go here in the first half. Evans gets a screen, drive, baseline, outside the can't get it to fall on the jumper. Abel Porter quickly going the other way. Cross-court pass to Merrill. Back over to Henson for 3. Right baseline, or right wing. Got it. Big three-point shot for Henson. Maybe that's your Energizer Bunny. 16-14. Aggies trail by 2 with 11:03 left to go. Evans picked up by Merrill. Devils slowing things down a little bit offensively. Over to Allen, who just checked into the ball game. Back over to Eckwood. Keep an eye on Eckwood. Abel Porter in his back pocket. He looks to drive, but swings it over to Evans on the left three-point wing. He's double-teamed. Finally gets rid of it. Three-point shot on the baseline. No good, as Hunt couldn't get it to fall, and quickly Henson with the rebound. Porter crossing the timeline. Right wing. Dump down. Quinn Taylor can't get it to go, but it's going to be off of Utah State. And that's the other thing when you talked about the last game, getting up in the air and still creating contact.
Yeah, when you jump to pass, and I really appreciated his drive. I appreciated him pushing the tempo. But when he jumps to pass, that defender can slide under there, and that's what leads to the offensive charging. Jeffrey
Lewis, number 0, checking into the game for Mississippi Valley State, 6'3", 200-pound freshman. Also into the game for Utah State, Dwayne Brown checks back in. So your lineup for Utah State, Sam Merrill, Kobe McEwen. You also got Isby, Quinn Taylor, and Brown. Mississippi Valley State moving left to right, patient offensively. Evans thinks about driving on Merrill, then pulls it back outside that baseline. Into the game comes Lewis for 3. Outside the three-point line, can't get it to fall. And Isby quickly gets the rebound going the other way. Sam Merrill back to Isby. Isby into the lane, shot, right hand, won't fall. And another foul. Coach?
Yeah, back-to-back offensive
foul.
So Mississippi Valley, they read the scouting report. They know we're a driving team. They know we're a put-our-head-down team. There comes a time when you drive that you need to jump stop and reverse pivot and throw the ball out for a 3, and that was one of them.
16-14, Mississippi Valley State leading by 2 with 9:55 left to go. Dante Scott over to Lewis. Lewis thinks about driving on Brown. Can't do it. Hands back over to Eckwood. Eckwood will drive into the lane. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's a walk. Travel on Mississippi Valley State. They get Dante Scott with the extra step.
Yeah, our man-to-man defense is definitely better than our zone right now. This is 3 straight stops. It's slowed them down. Excellent defensive possession there.
McEwen crosses the timeline. Aggies right to left, trailing by 2. Over to Isby, left 3-point shot. Or left outside the 3-point shot. Down over to Brown. Brown into the lane. Quicks it back over to Isby. Isby drives baseline to McEwen. Straightaway 3. Shot is up and can't get it to fall. Lid on the basket for Utah State. Mississippi Valley State quickly back, going the other way. Do not have numbers, so Dante Scott will pull it back, swing it back over to Eckwood. Eckwood just inside the timeline with 9:10 left to go. Aggies trail by 2, 16-14. Eckwood back over to into the game. Jamal Watson, number 3. Hands it over to Scott. Scott to Lewis for 3, and it rattles home. Shots are falling. Jeffrey Lewis, his first bucket of the night. 6'3", 200-pound freshman from the left wing, buries it. Our score now 19-14. Mississippi Valley State leading by 5. Isby on the left wing. Swings over to McEwen. Over to Merrill on the right wing. Looking for Brown, who's in the key. Shot blocked away, and the rebound pulled away by Dante Scott. Finally stolen back by Isby on the pass. So Utah State back with another offensive possession off of the stolen pass. Here comes Kobe McEwen back over to Sam Merrill on the right wing. Merrill thinks about a 3, pulls it back over to Isby. Isby thinks about a 3. He loses the handle on the steal, and here comes the Delta Devils. Back-to-back-to-back turnovers in this game. Devils leading by 5, 19-14, 8:10 left to go in a sloppy first half, Coach.
Yeah, Isby's having trouble getting going. This is 2 games in a row he's had a little trouble getting going in the first half. Aggies need to keep playing defense, getting stops.
Lewis, another 3-point shot and another 3-point make. This time from the right side, just on the wing, and this kid's got a beautiful shot, Coach. We got a timeout on the court. We'll take it as well. 22-14, largest lead for the Devils of 8 with 7:50 left to go in the first half on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. We'll keep it here, but this is, Coach, we got some nervous fans here.
Yeah, it's a young team. The Aggies are a young team, and you're still trying to figure out, what you're all about. I think Mississippi Valley State came out in some changing defenses, which we weren't quite ready for, which obviously falls on coaching staff and then players for executing. What's happening is we're just losing our rhythm. We're trying to run our dribble drive versus the zone when they're all packed in there. It's just a 1-3-1, and they're packing it in close. So we need to run a little zone offense. Just need to make a couple threes to spread that out a little bit. Right now we started off 2 for 9, which is not a great percentage, but defensively I think we're doing a fine job of making them make a challenge shot, but because of the early offensive rebounds, they were able to put some points up early, and that put us back on our heels a bit.
Yeah, and some extra possessions. You look at the turnovers that have been a problem. Now, both teams would just, have 4 turnovers, but it seems like Utah State unable to take advantage of anything. You look at Mississippi Valley State. They've got bench scoring. They've got second chance opportunities. They're scoring off turnovers. Utah State has not scored off a turnover as of yet. This is just – and eventually the ship's going to get righted here. And you mentioned this. A team comes in, they shoot well, they feel a little confident, but eventually, things kind of right themselves. But there's a lot of things here that if you're a Utah State fan, you're like, okay, this can't continue on much longer.
Well, I'm a little disappointed at the types of turnovers again. Back-to-back charging, one on a pass and then the other on Isby's drive. So those turnovers hurt you because you have no opportunity to score, and whatever you give up on the other end is just a plus for them. So they become 5-point plays or 6-point plays with that turnaround. And then Isby's turnover is just unacceptable. You cannot drive and then cough it up. You just can't do it. It leads to a break. You need to firm up with the ball, be able to make the correct play.
All right, 7:50 left to go. Utah State trailing by 8, 22-14. As Kobe McEwen swings it over, back over to Isby on the left wing. Down to Dargington. Cross-court pass into the lane. Back to McEwen up top outside the three-point line. He'll take a long one straight away. It will not fall. Fight for the rebound. Dargington's got it. Cross-court over to Henson. Over to Brito. Brito into the lane. Can't find anything. Over to McEwen on the left wing. He'll swing it to Isby on the left baseline. That won't fall. And this time Utah State with another offensive rebound. Dish down low. That won't go. But now finally we've got ourselves a foul down low.
All right, so this is that point of the game that you have every single game where you make every single play perfectly and you miss every shot. You just have to hold tight. You know, you got to steady the boat. We're at the free throw line. We've given away too many here today, so we need to knock down 2 big free throws right here.
Henson already 1 for 2 on the night from the free throw line. He'll have a couple with 7:18 left to go, and the Aggies trailing by 8, 22-14. First shot is no good. He'll have one more. Did somebody weld like a lid on that thing? Can we check that?
Well, the good news is they'll have it in the second half, I guess. Yeah, it's just it's a tough night so far.
Second shot is up, and Dron Henson gets that to fall. All right, 22-15. Lead is 7 for the Devils. Long pass down low to Scott. Scott tries to drive on the right baseline. Finally stolen away, though, by Utah State on an errant pass. Here comes Kobe McEwen. He doesn't have numbers, but he'll still hand off to Dargington, who can't finish the dunk, and it's picked away by Mississippi Valley State on the rebound.
Yeah, I think he got hit on the arm there, but if not, I don't know how many dunks we're going to miss this year, but we might set a record.
Nate Nahirny into the game for Mississippi Valley State. Swings it over to Evans on the right side, outside the three-point line. Looking for Lewis, who's got 2 threes in this game. Back to Nahirny. Nahirny working around the horn. Back into Evans. Evans, push shot. Gets it to fall. 24-15. Lead is now 9 as Evans gets into the lane, pushes it up, and it drops for the Devils. Brito back to McEwen as the Aggies trail. Largest deficit in this game, 24-15. McEwen, straightaway 3. Shot, got it. Eyed it up, buried it, and cut the lead to 6.
Yeah, shooters need to keep shooting, there's no doubt. Just a little bit more disciplined from Brito on that last play. He needs to keep his feet, not jump for the pump fake.
Nahirny with 6:07 left to go, and the Aggies trail by 6, 24-18. Watson back to Nahirny on the right wing. Kobe McEwen D's him up just outside the three-point line. Back to Lewis. He's hit 2 threes, misses that one. Ball is tipped away, but finally brought down by Henson. Here comes McEwen crossing the timeline. Picked up by Nahirny. Back to Henson. Henson swings it back to McEwen. Utah State methodical on offense here, looking for a good look. McEwen will take that look 3 feet beyond the three-point line. It won't fall. Nahirny's got it on a long rebound.
Well, I feel like we could get that shot at any time, and I'm sure that's what Coach is saying too. You know, it's not a buzzer beater. There's no reason not to toe the line and get a better shot.
Yeah. Lewis down low, looking for Watson. Give and go to Evans. He lays it up and in, and it's a double-digit lead for Mississippi Valley State. An 8-point lead, 26-18 with 5:11 left to go. Brito to McEwen. Back over to Isby on the left wing. Utah State back to McEwen, Henson, and Brito on the right side. Isby thinks about a baseline 3. He can't find it, but he'll give it to Brito, and he'll bury it. A 3-point shot from the right wing.
Yeah, better shot. You know, we have 5 or 6 touches. His toes right on the line. Good bucket for Brito.
Devils nearly turn it over. Score 26-21. 5-point lead for the Devils. Nahirny brings the ball up just inside the timeline. Back to Watson on the right wing. Over to Evans. Evans, straightaway 3. Shot up, no good. Rimmed out. Henson with an impressive rebound. Hands it off to McEwen. Quickly down to Isby. Isby doesn't have numbers. He doesn't care. He's into the lane, and he'll draw the foul.
I'm really happy right now with Henson's contributions. He's doing things right. He's rebounding. He's not forcing it. I'd like to see him make every free throw, but I want that from everybody. But I'm happy with his contribution right now.
Henson checks out. Brito checks out.
Well, what do I know?
Brown into the game. As we wait an opportunity here for Utah State, who has struggled mightily in this game. Offense hasn't been clicking. Good shots. I mean, there's been a lot of good shots and good offensive sets, but sometimes the shots just don't fall, Coach.
Yeah, you know, if the offense is good and you're getting the shots you want and they're not going in, that's one thing. It's the forced shots that get mixed in with that because you try to press a little bit that hurt you so bad.
Isby's going to step to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Aggies trail by 5, 26-21, with 4:25 left to go here in the first half. Isby lining up this first one. Shot is up and gets it to fall. He'll have one more.
And I like the substitution to put Abel back in here right before the media. It gives Kobe a chance to kind of regroup. He had a poor he got back cut defensively, and then the poor shot. So it gives him a chance to kind of think about it a little bit. And Abel's playing very well right now.
Isby hits both free throws, cuts the lead to 3, 26-23. Aggies on a 5-0 run. Nahirny crossing the timeline. Merrill checks him defensively. Tries to pick up a screen on the right side. Can't find anything, and they're going to grab Merrill. And said he hooked him around or held on to him a little too much.
Yeah, it's what we do on every possession. So, sometimes I feel like they need to even out the fouls a little bit, but it is 4-7, where we've only committed 4. Maybe they're trying to even that up a little bit.
Tariq Evans inbounds over to Nahirny. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. 4:12 and counting left to go in the first half. Aggies trail 26-23. Nahirny back over to Anaquens, who started in this game. Back to Eckwood on the left wing as Mississippi Valley State loses the handle, stolen away. Isby with the steal, and Isby draws a foul, and Isby's going to go to the one-on-one for a chance to add a couple extra free throws to the total as the Aggies trail by 3, 26-23, with 3:58 left to go here in the first half on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. The Delta Devils of Mississippi Valley State leading the Aggies by 3. Is a team that lost by 50 to Utah, lost by 40 to BYU, but started to right the ship a little bit and lead by 3 with about 4 minutes left to go here in the first half, Coach.
Yeah, they just came out and made a few baskets and got some confidence, and they're just hooping. We need to do a better job offensively, which we did the last 4 minutes of taking care of the ball and getting shots on goal. Gave us opportunity to get a couple offensive rebounds. So we're up to 4 offensive rebounds. We've kind of evened the rebounding battle out. So you just got to kind of grind right here the last 4 minutes going into halftime and leave with at least a tie or try to take the lead here, extend it a little bit.
You just keep waiting for that 10-2 run or that 14-0 run of Utah State. And I think eventually we're going to get there, but it's just I think the crowd here is just waiting okay, let's go. And it just hasn't quite happened yet.
Yeah, and it's hard to get behind a team that's not shooting very well. And when you come out and you're a little flat and you're not shooting very well, it's hard to get excited. I think we need a big block or maybe a run-out dunk, something to get them going for sure.
Isby with 1-1. He'll line up this first free throw. Shot is up and good. He'll have one more. All right, that cuts the lead down to 2, 26-24 with 3:58 left to go here in the first half. Scott Girardi hanging out with Lance Becker tonight. Aggie basketball here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. This will be the final home game until, a long time, until December 2nd. Second shot is up, and it rattles home as well. 4 consecutive made free throws by Mr. Isby. Cuts the lead to 1, 26-25. The Devils leading the Aggies with 3:51 and counting left to go here in the first half. Evans working it around the horn. Back over to Anaquens. He'll swing it back over to Nahirny, and Evans will try to drive into the paint after the handoff pass.
Oh.
Ball missed everything, goes out of bounds, and the crowd is letting Evans know you just launched an air ball.
Yeah, when you let the ball go and say my bad before it's even hit the ground, you know that's a bad shot.
Yeah. 3:37 left to go. Aggies have a chance to take the first lead in the game. Merrill gets a screen from Dargenton. Back over to Isby. Isby on the left wing, outside the three-point line to Merrill. Merrill gets another screen. Hands over to Abel Porter. Down to Dargenton in the paint. Turnaround shot won't go. Fight for the rebound will be controlled by Emmanuel Ije of the Devils. Not a particularly great look there and a foul down low on Dargenton too, trying to fight for position with Anaquens.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he wasn't trying to draw a foul or he felt like he was being held so he could just throw it up there, but yeah, ill-advised shot. We got the ball right where we wanted, mid-post. He takes one dribble. If he turn and face the basket, get a better shot, we don't come away with anything. But, just unfortunate then to come down and foul and now be sitting on the bench.
Nahirny will inbound. The Aggies had an opportunity to take their first lead in the ball game. Couldn't get it to fall. Now here comes Jeffrey Lewis, who's got himself 6 points in this game on back-to-back threes he made about 7 minutes ago. Lewis on the right wing, outside the three-point line, D'd up by Merrill. Nahirny back to Evans, now working the left wing. Evans trying to drive, loses the handle, and it's going to be stolen away. Abel Porter all by himself will lay it up and in, and the Aggies have their first lead in this game. 27-26 with 2:24 left to go in the first half. Abel Porter, right place, right time, lays it up and in. Uncontested layup for the Aggies. 2:33 and counting. Nahirny gets a screen, looks to drive, swings it back over. Three-point shot up and missed as Anna Quenz can't get it to fall, and Quinn Taylor there for the rebound. Sam Merrill going the other way. Merrill over to Isby. Isby on the baseline will swing it back up top to Porter. Then Merrill on the left wing. Merrill down low to Brown. Brown tries to get something going in the paint, loses the handle. Everybody's down on the court. Fight for the ball, and it'll be a timeout Utah State as Brown was able to corral it long enough to get the timeout.
Yeah, it's a big man. You don't want him putting that ball down. He makes, he's 6'9". He puts the ball on the ground. He becomes 6'1".
Rule of thumb, keep that up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And Brown's struggling a little bit to find his game. There's a big transition, and from where he came from to here, and it's just kind of it'll get there. He's a good player. It's just going to take him a little while. Right now he's out of sync. It's just too many turnovers.
2:07 left to go here in the first half. The Aggies have their only lead in this game. They lead 27-26. They've trailed by as many as 9 in this game. Have whittled it back, reeled the Devils in, and now lead by 1. Again, 27-26 with 2:07 left to go here in the first half as the Aggies get a little bit better defensively, Coach, and trying to shore things up a bit.
Yeah, I think the switch back to man has helped them a lot. They showed one possession of zone, but they're able to guard the ball a little bit better and create some poor shooting from Mississippi Valley State.
Aggies will inbound, cross court to Merrill, who thinks about the baseline three. The Devils quickly close out on him, though. Abel Porter on the right wing, outside the three-point line, back to Merrill. Baseline turnaround shot off the pass from Quinn Taylor. Can't get it to fall, and Taylor can't get that shot. And Nahirny with the rebound going the other way.
Yeah, not a bad play. That's part of the zone offense. It's a good shot, just didn't go in.
Nahirny D'd up by Merrill. Back over to Eckwood. Eckwood over to Lewis. Lewis then hands off to Nahirny, who's trying to get an opportunity but can't see anything, and they swing it back over to Lewis on the right wing outside the three-point line. Mississippi Valley State patient offensively. 3 seconds left. Ball tipped away on a bad pass, and it will be corralled by Utah State. Sam Merrill with the ball on a 2-on-1. Kicks over to Isby, right wing three, buried it, and Utah State leads by 4, 30-26.
Yeah, Isby's just really comfortable. He can score his ball. He's not met a shot that he doesn't like. I really like his aggressive play. And Abel leading the break right there is wonderful.
Here comes Utah State on that run we've all been hoping for. Nahirny as the Aggies lead by 4, 30-26, under a minute left to go. Eckwood trying to get into the paint, can't find anybody. Dishes over to Lewis, into the lane, can't get it to fall. And it'll be Dante Scott, not Lewis, who will go to the free throw line. Abel Porter picks up the foul.
So Kobe goes out with 4:30 left. I thought he might come back at the right after the media there, but I think Abel's been kind of moving the offense so well, it gave a little extra time for Kobe to take a break, be refreshed to come back in here in the last minute. Aggies
lead by 4, 30-26. Dante Scott lining up a couple free throw opportunities here. Kobe McEwen set to check back into the ball game. He checks in for Abel Porter, who slaps McEwen on the backside and said, let's finish this thing strong.
Yeah, that's what a sub needs to do. They need to either maintain, if they can make it a little better, you give that guy a little extra time to rest.
Dante Scott hit his first one. He'll have one more. Second shot up and good. 30-28, 2-point lead for the Aggies with 50 seconds left to go. Here comes Kobe McEwen after sitting the last 4 minutes of gameplay.